Hi everyone, I'm Marilyn San Clemente of Marilyn's Creative Playground, and thanks for stopping by tonight. Tonight I'm going to show you these are called twist cards, and it's just a really cool card. It's a little bit longer than a normal card, but it twists, and it has some really cool layers to it as well. And I was actually out on Pinterest looking for ideas, techniques and ideas and things for my classes for the next couple of months. Hey, Steph, good to see you back. Sorry there. I had to stop for a second, and I had to get rid of all the background noise. Tonight is show you how to make these cards, and I'm going to use the Heartfelt stamp set, which is what I've used here. And the Heartfelt stamp set has Real Red, Flirty Flamingo, and Whisper White, so only 3 colors in it. And so we'll use that, and then I'm going to use some of the poppies as well. So let's get started. So for this card, we're actually going to start with a 9-inch by 6-inch piece of paper. So I have a piece of Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to cut that at 6 inches. And this is actually the new cutter. And if you have not had a chance to use it yet, it is very nice. It cuts so smoothly. And one of the things that I really love about it, and some people don't like, is this locks so that your paper can't move. Because before, I know a lot of people were having issues where they would start to cut and their paper would slide. And so this locks down. So you do have to unlock it and lock it each time. But I really like that fact because your paper won't move. So, okay, so I have a 6-inch by 9-inch rectangle piece of paper, and I am going to score this at 3 inches and 6 inches. So this is now 3 3-inch sections. Okay, so here I'm going to now use my bone folder. A bone folder is very helpful with this project. Hold that. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to start at the top right, the 2 outside pieces. You're going to start at the top right, and you're going to score diagonally to make those little wings. So I'm going to score from here to here, and I'm going to score from here to here. So what I found the best thing to do is to take a pencil and just mark that line so you know where to line it up. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, unlock my plate, and I'm going to line up the top right corner with the bottom right here. And I'm going to score. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm lining up the top right corner here and this bottom. See if I can get this quite right. There we go. All right, I got it. So when you're finished, you're going to have those 3 panels, and then the 2 end panels are going to have the diagonal lines. Everything is running in parallel, if that makes sense. Okay, so I've folded this, and now I'm going to fold this piece out. And now what I'm going to do, did I do that wrong? Fold that piece. Nope, there we go, got it. Okay, so there we go. So there is our piece. There is the base of our card. And so basically what you have is you have a rectangle, and then you have another rectangle that looks like it's placed across it diagonally. But then when you open it up, it looks really cool. So, for example, when I did this one, I chose this paper. This is the back side of the paper. So it opens like this. and the back side is here. So what you need to do this, and I've actually chosen the exact same paper for this one, 3 pieces of paper, designer paper, that are 2 7/8 by 5 7/8, because you want it to be just a tad smaller than that panel, and you need 3 pieces. We're going to put a piece of Whisper White in the center, which will have our message. So let's do that. So the Whisper White, same thing. It's going to be 5 7/8 by 2 7/8. So it's just a tad smaller than that piece. Okay. And there's our fold again. Now what we want to do is we're going to take these 3 pieces, and I learned the hard way yesterday to do these one at a time and not to do them all together, because if you do them all together and you don't figure out which direction your pattern is going in, you're going to end up with the wrong direction. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this piece on the diagonal. You can see that. I've got the top corner here, and I have this corner here, and I'm going to cut that on the diagonal. And then that's going to give me my pieces for here. And what's really cool, what I liked about this, is the design matches back up again. So that's neat. So I've got those pieces. Okay. So I'm putting this layer on. There we go. And actually, okay, what I want to do is I want to make sure, there we go. And so then I'm going to put this layer on. So I'll match that up. Oh, there we go. There's our top. So now for this layer, we want to use what's on the back. And then on the inside, we also want to use what's on the back. So for this one, we're going to cut this way, and that will make this piece and this piece. So as you can tell, I flipped it over. So what I did yesterday when I was first making this card, after I found the design, was I cut all 3 pieces at the same time in the same direction. And then I realized when I couldn't get them to match up that I could only use one side because of the way I had cut the paper. So you need to make sure that you have the design that you want showing on that upper side, if that makes sense when you're cutting it. My shaky hands. Okay, there we go. And then I'll put this piece here. There we go. Okay, so there's that side and the inside. And now what I want to do, I want to make sure that have this go this way. So I'm going to cut in the opposite direction. So I'm going to cut it like this, whereas before I cut in the other direction. Oops. Okay, so I am not at home today. I am in Hampton Beach. I am waiting on appliances at my second creative playground, my beach creative playground. I have a little beach place in Hampton, New Hampshire, on the water. It's just a small little condo, but it is on the water, and because I love the ocean, and so it's perfect. I can come up here and just hide away. So, and I have internet. I bought this really cool desk, antique desk that I found that had been refinished, and it's huge. So it works really well, and I have it right in front of the window, so it's very, very sunny. And so it's a great place to work during the day. But anyway, so I'm up here, and so I don't have a few things with me. Okay, so there's our card, and we've got all our cardstock on. With the first card that I did, I used the lace heart doilies, and then I punched this heart and this scalloped heart out of the designer paper. When you look at the heartfelt designer paper, there's 2 pages that have hearts on it. And I unfortunately did not bring that paper or the doilies with me tonight. So what I thought I would do is we're going to make a heart for the front. Okay, so this is my Real Red ink. And what I want to do is I'm going to stamp the heart that says Happy Valentine's Day on it. And that is a solid image heart. So you really, really want to ink that up, and you want to make sure that you have it completely inked. So I'm going to do that. Okay, peel that off. There we go. That looks really good. Since I don't have the lace doilies with me, I'm going to use this larger heart, which has the lace on it. And what I'm going to do with this is, if I had Flirty Flamingo ink with me, I would stamp this in Flirty Flamingo. But since I don't, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Real Red, I'm going to ink this up, and I'm going to stamp off and then stamp again. So I'll get a much lighter shade of red, probably just a little bit darker than what Flirty Flamingo would be. There we go. Yep, that worked. And so that's going to give me a nice contrast. So then what we're going to do is this heartfelt stamp set comes with 2 heart punches. It's part of the bundle. So if you're going to order the set, I would recommend ordering the bundle, because then you get the 2 punches that go with it. And one is a scalloped heart, and the other is the regular heart. Okay, so we can close up our ink so that we don't get red ink all over everything. There we go. Okay, so I have my light red heart, or pink. I'm going to call that Flirty Flamingo because it's very close. And I'm going to line it up with the scallop. Okay. And then I'm going to trim this. And I have the regular heart. And now I'm going to line that up. Oop, I didn't trim quite enough here. Okay. So we'll line that up with the heart for the Happy Valentine's Day. It's still a little bit crooked. I'm being too much of a perfectionist. There we go. Got it. Okay, so now I have my scalloped heart, which actually looks just like the lace doily, and I have my other heart. So I'm going to put those 2 together. And then I have all these cute little hearts. I had cut the other heart stamp set, Meant to Be, from last year, has this really cool die that cuts out a row of hearts, and I've been using that die on a few things, so I have all these little hearts cut out that are really cool. So I'm going to take a few of those. We're going to use a couple of those. Oh. There we go. Let's take a couple of those. So let's put this, we're going to use this for our to close this up. So the one thing that you want to be careful of when you're doing a card like this that opens down the center is you want to make sure that you stick the heart only on one side, because if you stick it to both sides, you'll never open your card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my adhesive down this side. So I'm going to flip that over, add my adhesive to the one side. There we go. And actually you don't want it to be, so the question on this card is do you line the heart up with the opening of the card, or do you line the card up and down with the card? But anyway, okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these little extra hearts that I have that are really cute, and I'm going to dress this up a little bit. So I'm going to use some glue dots here. I'm going to use that to hold it closed for a minute. And I'm just going to grab a glue dot and I'm going to put a heart there. So there's this on this card. And now let's do the inside. Going down, so I need the real red ink here. See if I can do this without making a mess. What we will do is stamp this heart. This is a pretty lace heart. That's really pretty. I like that. And it's got little hearts kind of made into the lace. I'm just going to very carefully cut this out, or cut around it. Okay. And I'm actually not going to cut into all that lace. That would take a while to do, and I would not do it well, and then I would be mad at myself. So I'm just going to kind of cut around it, just leave a little bit of a white border. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to use dimensionals, which I happen to have right here. There we go. So there's a cute little card. Actually, I think I like that one better than the first one. So here's the first one. And then here's this one. Not too much different, but a little bit different. Thanks for stopping by today and checking out my Valentine's Twist cards. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you're notified when I post other videos and things. Just so you know, this video was edited from one of my Facebook Live recordings. And if you're not friends with me on Facebook, then check out my Facebook page, Stamp with Marilyn, and like my page. Every Monday night, I record a Facebook Live video and I showcase what I've been working on, upcoming classes that I'm doing. I'll also demonstrate techniques like this. Have a great evening, and thanks for stopping by.